According to a report by Pew Research Center, climate change has been a very important issue to over 42% of registered voters. For young people, it has been a top driver. Young activists want a candidate who feels the urgency to save the planet.
We are witnessing the destruction of our planet. I feel powerful knowing that I am on the right side of history.
According to a Tufts University poll, 27% of young people have marched against climate change in 2020. That's up from 5% in 2016.
It's a very important election that's going to determine what kind of improvements and progress we're going to be making in the next decade, essentially. And also putting a candidate in office that has already committed to putting together a committee, a climate change committee, that has really committed people on there that really have our best interest at heart.
Global warming is an existential threat to humanity. We have a moral obligation to deal with it. Our health and our jobs are at stake. We can grow and we can be cleaner if we go the route I'm proposing.
As we could put a candidate in the White House who is not afraid of using the words climate change and who would not be opposed to listening to young people, protesting in the streets for, better policy to protect our most precious ecosystems that we can't even live without.
Activists say that the campaigning experience with young voters in blue states has been rewarding, but persuading them in red states has been no less than an ordeal.
It is difficult at times to make connections with people, particularly people in Utah, which is a majority Republican state, and sort of explain to them just how pressing climate change is and just how pressing the issues of climate justice and environmental justice are. So there is that divide, particularly backing a Democratic candidate in a Republican state. But I think it's the small victories that count.
The turnout of young voters has been encouraging, but activists feel that the fight for climate is an ongoing battle, and so is getting the vote out.
I'm working the polls this election. My 4-block radius, I knocked on all the doors and I'm like, did you vote? Can I help you voting? Do we need to find out how to get you a drop box?
Voters will soon decide whether the future looks more like the Green New Deal or will climate change continue to roar. This is Kurutulan Tajani reporting for Pavement Pieces.